Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Oopie 3200 XP, two-time rank 1 in Blitz Holy Priest. Here we go with a guide. We're just going to jump straight into it. The best race is Undead. Oh yeah, twitch.tv OopieZ. Follow it, will be in the description as well. I'll be streaming. But jumping into it, best race Undead. By far, get Will of Forsaken. Oh, you can get out of sleeps, but it does put your trinket on a 30-second cooldown, so keep that in mind. We're going to go straight into the talents. This is pretty much going to be the standard build. You can play this into literally anything, everything. Well, you don't even have to change this at all, but I will show some talents that you can change. So if you don't need a purge versus the enemy comp, you can take this out. You can go inspiration for more damage reduction on your teammates. You can also take spell wording. You know, if you're facing a rock comp, and then if you're getting targeted, then blessed recovery is a good one as well right here. Those are really the only things that you will change. Honestly, you don't even have to change anything right here. This is a build right here. You want it, it'll be in the description. I'll just copy, go into new loadout, or wait, nope. Well, you put import and then you copy paste it and then put a name, and then bam, you have all these talents right here. Looking at PvP talents. Also, you want to take these three talents: Spirit of Redeemer, Phase Shift, and Holy Word. You want these two pretty much: Phase Shift and Spirit of the Redeemer 100% of the time. And then Holy Word is a flexible one. You can play Holy Word, or you can play where's it at? Where's that? Ray of Hope, that's a good one as well, versus bursty comps. Or if you just want to have it's really good. You can press it on somebody and their health completely pauses. Lower experienced players, especially in shuffle, it's not the best in my opinion, because you get somebody gets low health, you use it on them, and then they're just sitting at that health. They don't know what Ray of Hope is. They've never even seen it. They never heard of the ability, and then they they bubble or something crazy. They pop up a really big defensive cooldown. So that's kind of a rough one to play with, especially at lower MMR. Sanctified Ground, if you're facing like range, if you're playing with like a double melee or something, and you're facing a comp that can kick you, you can actually just sanctify it yourself, I guess, and then get a free cast because it gives you an immunity from all silences and interrupt effects. So that one is a good one as well. Absolute Faith can be good, maybe a little bit, if you're playing double grip into Frost DK teams and you're playing with a comp that can't really get out. But then again, I don't really even run this versus them. I play Holy Word versus them because they want to grip you in. You can fade that sleep, and then you can just Holy Word, and you Holy Word a stun or a silence or something huge. And then if you're playing with rage, sinks you out of the next thing, and pretty much you're solid. So Holy Word is good every single time. Every single time somebody's coming for a CC, you can delay hunters trapping you for 15 seconds, especially if they can't purge it. You're just running around, you get 15 seconds delayed on their go. So if you do that like 2 or 3 times a game, you're way ahead. So that's huge. All the other talents, not really viable. Purification, Double Dispel is also another one actually. It's really good versus like mages on warlock teams where you need that double dispel, or if you're playing with a warrior, which I played with the other day, where he raged at me because I didn't dispel his Searing Glare whenever I dispelled my other guy's Searing Glare, because my other guy was doing more damage than him. And yeah. Shout outs and not that guy. That's it for the talents. But for the Blitz talents, these are the Blitz talents right here. I will also have these in the description as well. You're not really going to take any other talents. You can play Holy Word. I actually don't recommend Holy Word into Battleground Blitz. I recommend something else like Sanctified Grounds can be good in Blitz, because you are dealing with a lot of people who have interrupts, and you can just throw it on the ground, just cast. But a really good one is Divine Ascension, where you just flap in the air and you're away from everybody. You save yourself, but the bad thing is you can't move is the only problem really. So you flap in the air, your healing spells, your range is increased, but people can just run away from you. So if you use it, they walk around a pillar, can't get to them, they're dead. I don't really play it too much. I do play it in certain maps, certain times, but that's for another video. And I do have a Battleground Blitz Discipline Priest guide. If you want to check that out on my channel, it's the latest video I posted, I'm pretty sure. So that's pretty much it for talents on race. And then next is gear. What are your main stats? Your main stats are mastery, echo of light. Anytime you heal plus serenity, it does the serenity heal, and it also it puts a healing over time effect on them, a haunt that does 31.4 or whatever percent your mastery is of that heal. So let's that's literally your top heal is your mastery buff. It's insane. So you're going mastery, versatility, mastery, versatility, mastery, versatility on everything. And then for the tier gear, I'm not 100% sure about it. Honestly, I'm gonna be real, I don't know 100% on what the tier is looking like. It's the first week, by the way, so I bought a weird piece to turn into my gear. I could have honestly used a bloody token and bought something else, and then bought like a boots, or I don't even know, crafted boots or something, or craft, I don't know. But I made the helmet and the shoulders. Well, then the next week I was planning on getting the chest and I think it's the gloves. No, that's the gloves you don't want, I'm pretty sure. So you want everything except for the gloves if we're playing 4-set. But this is the thing, I didn't know that 4-set in PvP is not halved anymore. It's cut in, it's a third of what it is. Also, I'm not 100% sure if this is completely worth it or not. We're gonna have to do some more testing, and I'll update. I'll put like a link. I'll make a post on my YouTube to say if we're playing 2-set or 4-set or whatnot. But that's pretty much it. All your rotation consists of pressing, prayer, mending. That's it. No, but you're let me get back in the other build, because the Blitz build is actually a little bit different. It doesn't really have a rotation to it. Let's kind of just heal, heal, renew, heal, heal, heal. Prayer mending off cooldown. Well, but the same thing here. You want to prayer mending off cooldown constantly. You want to keep renew up, because this is going to be the big renew with the talent. One of these talents, yeah, this one, empowered renew, puts it on a 12-second cooldown. What makes it 120% bigger, and it also reduces the cooldown by sanctify by 6 seconds. So that's gonna be a huge haunt. It's usually like my 3rd or 4th healing. Well, top healing is prayer mending. Second healing should be your mastery light, or switch those two around, one of the two. And then so prayer mending off cooldown. And then every single time you use a holy word, which is holy word serenity, holy word sanctify, or holy word chastise, you are going to gain resonant words, which is going to increase your next flash heal, or your heal, which you're not really going to use, or prayer of healing, which you're not going to use, your next heal by 40%. So you pretty much want to use a holy word and then a heal, which my number 1 on my mouse is not working for some reason right now. Don't know why. It's weird. Yeah. So you're going to want to use a holy word and then a heal. That's pretty much going to be your basic rotation, while keeping prayer mending literally on cooldown. So let me show you the beginning. You jump straight into an arena, what it's pretty much going to look like. So first off, jump in there, prayer mending. That's an alliance. Can't even do it on them. Well, prayer mending. You know, get a renew up. You go in there, you PI your boy, and then you spirit and then divine him. Your divine him is increasing all of the healing done on everybody that it heals by 20% for like 15 seconds, I think it is. So they're taking 20% increased healing. That's huge. And you can premonition of insight, and that's going to reduce the cooldown of your next abilities by 7 seconds. And then you can prayer mending, prayer mending, and prayer mending again. So just throwing those prayer mendings out there like insane every 4 seconds. Well, they're going to be getting eaten up. Those charges are in 3s. They're going to be just bouncing back and forth, just going crazy. So that's pretty much your first off starting healing rotation on Holy Priest. And then the rest of it will be, you know, Serenity into a Flash Heal, Sanctify into a Flash Heal, or if you go for a Chastise or something, go for a Chastise into a Flash Heal. And of course, before you do any of that, make sure you get your little Blight Will down on the ground. See if I'm missing anything. Some interchangeable talents. I already said that. So the only time you'd ever change Chastise. Oh wait, sorry, not Chastise. Censure, which is turns your Chastise into a stun, would be when you're going for extra mana. So you're not going for stuns. You have too many stuns on your team. You're playing Rogue, Mage, RMP. You don't really need that stun. You play Enlightenment, and your Chastise turns into an end cap, so it does not DR with your Rogue stun. So you can get a swap. He can swap onto the the other guy, but the non-stun Chastise DRs with Poly. So you have to be careful there. So you can go in for like a Chastise Fear onto the big kill, or you can Chastise Fear the off target, or just Chastise off target and then go for Fear out of the Poly. So, or get a Fear into a Chastise on the other guy, can mind control the other guy. You know how it goes. But you always want to remember that this does Chastise. If it's not playing stun, it DRs with polys and traps, things like that. So that's pretty much it for the Holy Priest. I'm about to make a Discipline Priest guide. If you wanted to see that, check that out. So, anyways, peace.